When Marilla took Anne to bed that night, she said stiffly, "Now, Anne, I noticed last night that you threw your clothes all about the floor when you took them off. That is a very untidy habit, and I can't allow it at all. As soon as you take off any article of clothing, fold it neatly and place it on the chair. I haven't any use at all for little girls who aren't neat." "I was so harrowed up in my mind last night that I didn't think of my clothes at all," said Anne. "I'll fold them nicely tonight. They always make us do that at the asylum. Half the time, though, I forget. I'd be in such a hurry to get into bed, nice and quiet, and imagine things." "You'll have to remember a little better if you stay here," admonished Marilla. "There, that looks something like. Say your prayers now and get into bed." "I never say any prayers," announced Anne. Marilla looked horrified, astonished. "Why, Anne, what do you mean? Were you never taught to say your prayers?" "God always wants little girls to say their prayers. Don't you know who God is, Anne?" "God is a spirit, infinite and eternal, and unchangeable in his being, wisdom, power, holiness, justice, goodness, and truth," responded Anne promptly and clearly. Marilla looked rather relieved. "So you do know something then, thank goodness. You're not quite a heathen. Where did you learn that?" "Oh, at the Asylum Sunday School. They made us learn the whole catechism. I liked it pretty well. There's something splendid about some of the words. Infinite, eternal, and unchangeable. Isn't that grand? It has such roll to it, like a big organ play. It's not quite called, you couldn't quite call it poetry, I suppose. But it sounds a lot like it, doesn't it?" "We're not talking about poetry, Anne. We're talking about saying your prayers. Don't you know it's a terrible, wicked thing not to say your prayers every night? I'm afraid you're a very bad little girl." "You'd find it easier to be bad than good if you had red hair," said Anne reproachfully. "People who haven't red hair don't know what trouble is. Mrs. Thomas told me that God made my hair red on purpose, and I've never cared about him since. And anyway, I'd always be too tired to say my prayers at night. People who have to look after twins can't be expected to say their prayers. Now, do you honestly think they can?"